it's two girls and their alcohol.
Dawn and Mindy. I have to say her fucking names, but okay.
Let me start again. It's Dawn and
Mindy.
And we are two girls and their alcohol. Woo!
So today we have a very special guest.
Very special. He is a vocalizer, a socializer, and a DJ hypnotizer. He's from Sirius XM Radio,
Hair Nation, Ozzy's Boneyard, and Classic Rewind.
He's from New York. He has an awesome band called The Dirty Pearls. I love some of his songs, a lot of his songs. I love this song, Boom, 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 Make You Love Me. That's a great song. And a lot of others. You guys should check him out. The Dirty Pearls. He's also known for his captivating voice. How about his voice, Mindy? He has the best voice. And he's also known for his Danny Zuka hair, Fonzie, and Elvis. He has the best hair ever. So, Mindy,
who the fuck is Tommy London? So you're going to find out in a minute because I'm going to bring him on. Hang on.
Hey!
Hey! There is Tommy London.
That introduction was so great. I'm thinking maybe you should do it twice. Should I get off the air again?
Did you love your hair, captivating voice?
Yes. Hey,
hair?
It's because of the. How do you think I got the job on Hair Nation? This was obvious.
Yeah. That was on your resume.
It was on the resume. But hey, one thing I have to correct you on.
What?
So I had a band called The Dirty Pearls, and now I'm solo under Tommy London. So if anyone wants to find my music, it's strictly under my name. And that was my old band, The Dirty Pearls. Yeah.
I love them. But I love this song, Boom, Boom, Boom. What's that?
That's my solo stuff. So if you look up Tommy London, you'll find all my solo music. If you look up The Dirty Pearls, you'll hear music as well. I sang for that band, but that was my older band.
Oh, well, look at that.
Look at that.
See that?
I don't know. Okay, well then, Tommy London solo.
It's Tommy London solo.
But I do love
solo, baby.
Okay.
There you go.
What's good? Hey, thanks for having me on the show. Two girls and their alcohol, and I brought my alcohol too. I got some whiskey here in my Van Halen mug. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, we got vodka, and what do you got?
I have Malibu Bay Breeze. Malibu coconut rum.
Well, you love you like the rum. I like the vodka.
Yes. But Tommy London, I listen to you pretty much every day, whether it's Hair Nation, Ozzy's Boneyard. I'm constantly flicking back and forth. But I have to say it's mostly Hair Nation.
Oh, yeah. Well,
definitely Hair Nation.
That's how we found the Tommy London.
Yeah.
Mindy and I were driving in the car to one of our shows and on a road trip. And we're like, oh, my God. I said, that guy's got the best voice ever. And yeah. You have the best voice. And I'm like, oh my God, that guy sounds so awesome. And then we actually met you briefly at Masquerade.
Yep.
Right? I was sick. I couldn't stay, but
I remember.
Actually met Tommy London.
Yes.
At Masquerade. And then I left. And then
Psycho Steve introduced us to him.
Oh, that's right. Psycho Steve did introduce us. So that was
He's a good dude. Psycho Steve's a great guy.
Yes.
Honestly, he's been a tremendous help for us. He's so nice. He's very involved in our podcast. So yeah, he's a good guy. So we met you, and then I left and got sick. And then I actually met Tommy London. He's so nice. He helped me out a lot with the behind the scenes about the podcast. And like, he's a fun and smart guy.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
So a lot of our viewers, like especially one of my friends, has no idea who you are because she listens to like Alternative Nation and all that. So I'm actually going to let you tell our viewers who the fuck is Tommy London.
Well, as you said, I'm a DJ on Sirius XM, on Hair Nation, Ozzy's Boneyard, Classic Rewind. I'm a musician. I got like I said, under my Tommy London. You can look it up. I have shows coming in the new year. I haven't performed in a while, since before the pandemic, actually. I've just been focused on a lot with Sirius XM, and now I'm ready to get back into the ring. And I also put together shows here in New York City that I don't play. So I organize all the bands. It's called the $5 Rock Show at Arlene's Grocery in the Lower East Side of New York. And I always get like great bands like Kill Code, 10 Ton Mojo, a lot of great local bands. Excuse me. And I have Spread Eagle actually coming up in December. For $5, you'll be able to see Spread Eagle, who are an awesome band.
We should check that out. We need to go to New York and check it out.
Yeah, you got to come to the city.
What? I'm sorry.
I said you got to come to the city for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. The only time we went to the Cutting Room to see ZO2, that was what was that, a couple months ago.
Yeah,
we were there.
I've been in the cutting room in a long time. That's a good
Yeah,
spot too.
that was a cool place.
That was
We
fun.
liked it. Yeah.
It was fun.
So
So tell us more about you.
Man, I don't know what else there's to tell. I love the drink. I love the drink. I love to smoke weed.
Oh yeah, I'm for that. I'm all about the weed.
Sometimes I try not to do it when I'm on the air.
Obviously.
Try not to do it when I'm on the air. We'll see. You know what? I won't tell you when I'm high on the air. You have to decide when I'm high on the air.
We'll let you know when you're high.
Yeah, let me know if you think I am. You're like, oh, that sounds a little crazy. I think he's stoned. Why would he say that about Dockin like that? He must be high, or whatever. I've also hosted a lot of festivals. I hosted M3, the Masquerade, as you mentioned, and I got some more in the works, hopefully for next year. So I'm just always busy. I like to keep busy, though, So if it's funny when I'm busy, I'm like, God, I need like a day to myself. And then when I have days to myself, I said, man, this sucks. I'm not busy. I'm not doing anything. I go crazy.
Well, you're doing a lot because I listen to Sirius Radio, all the time. Mine's usually stuck on Hair Nation, but now I'm Ozzy's Boneyard, I Flip, and Classic Rewind. It's funny because the people that tune into my podcast or my Instagram are like, they love when I put all the music on from all 3 stations. And when I don't, they're like, Dawn, why aren't you putting music on? So each day I personalize it with different stuff. So they love that. They love the Sirius Radio.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hey, if you're looking for me and I don't owe you money, you can find me on Hair Nation every night of the week, Ozzy's Boneyard on Saturday, Sunday afternoons, and Classic Rewind on Saturday nights. So come hang with me. I'll play the rock and roll, and you bring the booze.
Now, I wanted to ask something about Sirius. Do you have to actually play from like a certain amount of songs? Because I notice it's constantly on a rotation. I don't know if you're allowed to say that, but
no. Well, I mean, I can only play with the cards I'm dealt with. You know what I mean? So, Hair Nation is essentially a top 40 hair band channel.
Right. That's right.
So it's a lot of the mainstream hair stuff. We'll slide in stuff here or there, and then they've also created another channel for the kind of like the other side of that, Hair Nation Deep Cuts, which you can find on the app. Now, there's no DJs on there, but you'll hear some, maybe more obscure bands and obscure songs from the mainstream bands. So you can get the best of both worlds, switch back and forth or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know that. Did you?
I knew that. Because I asked him questions before. I'm like, learn a little bit about him. Yeah.
All right. Well, then
he's very interesting, right? He's very knowledgeable. Okay. He's so helpful. Okay, so Min, do you want to fire some questions for Tommy London?
Our rapid fire questions?
Do the rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire.
Fire. Our viewers, okay, so what you don't know is people have been instant messaging us. They want to know all about you. So, because from us saying, who the fuck is Tommy London? They're still curious. Every day I get questions. So, Mindy, ask him questions and you take it away. You can fire away.
All right, so here's a question we came up with. If you could go back and give your 18-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
That slow and steady always wins the race. A lot of times when you're younger, especially because I was a musician trying to go for the brass ring and whatnot, and it still happens at any age, I guess, that you aim for the brass ring. But really, the lesson learned is not getting to that brass ring, from 0 to 60. It's all the steps along the way. And those steps on that ladder will offshoot into other things that you'll learn from, that maybe that brass ring wasn't what you wanted at the end of the day. So, or when you get it, it's time to go on to the next thing. So I would probably have told myself at 18 just to, focus on the prize, but make sure you soak up all the knowledge along the way.
Go ahead, keep going.
That's good. You asked us.
No, you're going to answer.
Was that an all right answer? We're good? All right, next question.
Answer.
That's wonderful. Go ahead.
God only knows what we would say.
Keep on going, man. You're doing great.
Yeah, I should ask you that. What would you say to your 18-year-old selves?
I got a whole different view on my life. Man, you answer that.
Us?
If I could go back in time, I would have done this with Mindy a long time ago.
Yes, I definitely.
See, that's awesome.
Mindy, I love Mindy. I would have done this so long ago.
You two are great together. I love this show. I tune in all the time.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
and I'm happy to be here, part of it.
I definitely would have went to college probably, and because I didn't. I probably would have went to college for like communications and stuff, and probably would have did something on the lines of like what you do or whatever, like
Right.
or like behind the scenes in the music. Definitely like with concert promotions, something like in the rock world. Definitely.
Listen, I'll give it to you straight. Unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, in my opinion, college is all bullshit. You got to fake it to make it. Just, stick to your guns and what you learn it. You can learn it on your own, especially these days, which I didn't have as a kid. Just go onto a YouTube channel. I can learn to play the fucking guitar, for God's sake.
Right?
It's crazy. Just, figure it out. It seems like you girls have figured it out. And then, you'll learn more along the way and then run with it. So you're on the right tracks. I went to community college, which is pretty much a high school with a smoker's lounge, right? So it was. And I jumped out because I was like, you know what? The things I want out of life, and I can't say this is for everyone, but the things I want out of life, school won't teach me. And I landed on my feet. So there you go.
And you did. Okay, what's the third question, man?
That's the one you're going to answer.
Yeah,
we have a second. What was the second question?
The one I just. Oh, what was the second?
I'm doing good.
If you could have coffee with any historical figure or celebrity, who would you choose?
Alive or dead?
It could be either.
Well, if it was, I'll do both. So if it was someone who had passed on, I'd probably go with Elvis Presley.
Yes.
I love it.
I'd love to have talked to him just about. Did you see the Elvis movie?
Yeah, 3 times I saw it.
It's a great movie. It's Colonel Parker's, which was his manager's perspective.
Yes.
Which is interesting because my father raised me on Elvis and all 50s music in general, and that's where I had the passion and love for it. Probably where the hair came from.
The hair came from.
So yeah, I mean, I've always been infatuated with that era, thanks to my dad. From watching Happy Days as a kid and loving Grease and The Outsiders, and I love all those kind of movies and music, and the stuff my father taught me about Elvis. Some of the things in that movie were quite the opposite. Like, for example, my dad told me that Elvis got drafted into the Army, and I always believed that. But according to that movie, that wasn't true. Colonel Parker made sure he got in the Army to clean up his image. Now, if Elvis would have known that, would he have gone? I don't think so, but and things like that. So I would love to have coffee with Elvis Presley and get the real facts. And who knows? Maybe he's still alive.
Maybe. He might be.
I love Elvis.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was a dead celebrity. So what about someone that's alive?
Someone that is someone that I really like to interview that I haven't interviewed yet. I've interviewed like Nikki Sixx and Paul Stanley, a lot of guys that I've always admired. But John Bon Jovi would be one. I would love to sit down with John Bon Jovi. I grew up with his music. I remember seeing it. Well, I grew up with all this music and Kiss and whatnot. But I've met John a few times. I never got to interview him. Yeah. And I would just, his business sense and how he was always able to stay relevant. In the 80s when a lot of those hair bands came out, some of them, after a while when the 90s grunge came, they weren't able to carry on. There's some exceptions to the rule, of course, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard being a few. But John Bon Jovi always found a way to be relevant on the radio, be relevant on video. He just knew really how to steer his career. So he had this smarts to him that I'm very intrigued by. So he would be one that I would love to sit and talk with. And he knew when to cut the hair. You know what I mean? And that was headline news on CNN. Yeah. John Bon Jovi cut his hair. It was on the fucking ticker on the CNN. I'm like, are you kidding me? It didn't matter what was going on in the world. Could have been World War III. John Bon Jovi cut his hair, which puts him up there with Elvis, kind of in a way, So that would be the living person I would love to talk to.
I would love to talk to John Bon Jovi too. How about you?
I would love to.
Let's get him on the show.
Right? I know.
Oh my
goodness.
Yeah.
I would also have.
Could you not
give me a rapid fire number 3 question, baby?
What is the most important lesson you've learned over your career?
It probably goes back to the 18-year-old thing. That's why I had said that was, patience is key. I remember when I was younger, I was just, an eager beaver. Like, oh, this has to happen for me. What can I do to make this happen? And, get this gig. And it's just a matter of sitting back, soaking all the information in, looking at all the avenues. That's important. Always look at all. Don't look at just the one road. Look at all the roads, all the options you could take. Because sometimes it might be a longer path, but it'll lead you to the goal where maybe those other paths won't. Or a shortcut might not lead you there at all, or you overstep it. So I think I learned how to really sit back and soak it in and have some patience and just instead of just hitting the accelerator and the gas, maybe learn to steer a little bit better.
Tommy London is all over the place. You are like so motivated. I love that about you. You're like all over. Like you're like one of the hardest workers I've ever met, honestly.
Thank you.
All over the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's good though, because
Yeah, I gotta keep busy. I gotta pay rent.
You're very motivated. We love that about you.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you have for Tommy London?
Go ahead. You can answer the last 2 questions. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
No, go ahead. You do it.
I can't see this one. What is one piece of advice you could give someone that's like just starting out, like in this industry?
Like us, for instance.
Oh, with podcast or just
Anything.
radio, whatever. Well, it's kind of weird because I didn't go to communication school or anything of the sort. I fell into this, and I love it, and I honestly think that it's my calling. I look forward to it every day. As a matter of fact, when I get off here with you, I got to hop on Hair Nation, and I look forward to being creative and prepping the show and all that kind of stuff. But as for someone that wants to get into it, I think the first step, especially nowadays, I mean, anybody can really do it on their own, like you girls are doing. And that's inspirational in its own rights. Maybe the first step is getting over the fear of, oh, will this work? The fear of failure is always the biggest roadblock. So it's just about, getting over that fear and then looking back at a show and going, hey, what was wrong with that one? What was right? And then mark it down. And then the next show, build it up. And the more that goes, and it's like a snowball effect. The more that it builds and goes, the more confidence you get, the more stronger you get, the better the show will get, the better the guests, better than me, whoever you get, John Bon Jovi, whatever it should be. But it's just staying strong and believing in yourself, as Paul Stanley would probably say. That's what I would say. You just got to jump in the pool sometimes. Don't put your foot in the water. Just jump in the goddamn pool.
Take advice. Just jump in the goddamn pool.
I am taking his advice. I'm
Okay,
listening to everything he says.
All right, go jump in the pool. We'll wait for you.
What's the next question you have for Tommy London?
The last 2 questions Dawn is actually going to
No,
answer.
I'm not going to ask. What is it?
Go ahead.
What is it?
This one and this one. Ow.
The cat's coming in here.
I know she wants to eat. Go
The
ahead.
cat's coming in.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
going to do the questions. Go ahead.
I have to
You're all about the. Are you seriously going to pick? No, you're
No,
not.
Come on, or put it on the screen. I'll read it to myself.
What is it?
As you know, our show is about alcohol. What's your favorite drink?
Oh, as you know, our show is about alcohol. What is your favorite drink? Because it's all about 2 girls and their alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
If I was, I have whiskey here today. Let's take a sip, by the way. Cheers to this amazing podcast. All right.
Your favorite? A lot of people want to know what. A lot of people on our show want to know all about you, like what you drink, what you eat. They're crazy with it. So, what is your favorite drink?
Well, favorite drink. I mean, if I'm going out and just drinking, I just like a beer, and I'm a simple dude. I just want a beer and a shot of Jameson, I guess. Beer of choice, probably Budweiser, and then I mean, anything else you throw in front of me, I'll drink as well. But I gotta stay away. I gotta stay away from the tequila. I can't do tequila anymore.
Oh, we know about me with tequila.
I used to drink tequila, and
tequila. I'm on tabletops, and we do not want. Well, I don't know, but that some people do. But that didn't work well for me. Remember, man, with this tequila?
I mean, a lot of people don't really.
Yeah, I end up on bar tops, and some people like it, and I don't.
Hey, maybe you could be like Pee Wee Herman and put on those big shoes and make bum, 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 tequila.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, put on the little suit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. That should be the opening for your show.
Oh, I know the theme song.
There you go.
There we go.
Tequila.
And then I'll be bouncing off the tables later.
Mm-hmm.
I've closed some bars with that drink. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, I can't do that shit anymore.
So many of our viewers want to know so much about you. Is there anything else you want to tell us about you?
I mean, I don't know. What else do you want to know? You want my hair tips?
Hair tips.
Okay. I want to know what products do you use in your beautiful hair.
Well, I mean, okay, so I got I got I don't I
Oh,
got
wait, I know
some
what you got.
I got
You
some goopy goop, some goopy gel that gives you volume. That's a secret to get the volume. A pomade, and then some some gel for the sides, and then I'm good to go. The funny thing is, I'll tell you what. So, like I said earlier, I'd always admired like the era of the 50s. If I could go back in time and live in an era, that would be it. And perhaps if reincarnation is a thing, maybe I'm from that era. But
Yeah.
I remember a good friend of mine. I used to have like back when I was in the Dirty Pearls, I had more like a Sid Vicious hair. It was like a spiky. You can probably find these pictures online. So I had these like spiky do. And I had a friend of mine always tell me, because you need a pompadour. You need to have a pompadour. And I was like, man, I would love a pompadour, but I don't want to do all that work. The spiky hair was easy. I wake up, spray it, I was good to go, right? And then one day I said, I'll go for it. I'm going to try it. So when I got my haircut from my boy Myron, who had done my hair for years, I said, I think I want to try a pompadour, but you got to teach me because I know I'm going to screw this up. And he gave me the tidbits. He actually does a lot better than I do. But when I go see him, but then so then I figured it out and then I ran with it, and I'll probably keep the
guess
pompadour.
what? All you need is a Tommy London comb.
Hey, yes. Hey, honestly, skip everything I just said. That's all you need. Your hair will instantly look like mine. Yes. I give those out at my shows.
I love this comb. So Mindy was combing her cat with this.
She loves it.
The cat loved, not this one, yours, not mine.
Does the cat have a pompadour now?
Abel was grooming her cat.
She absolutely
with
loves
this
it.
comb.
She was like,
I remember I was doing a show once, and I make a joke and I throw them out at the audience. Right? I'll be like, "How's my hair look?" And they all whatever, and then I throw it out the audience. And I remember I threw one to this bald guy as a joke,
God.
and he gave me the dirtiest look. I don't know. I mean, hey,
he's just jealous of your hair. It's all good.
Maybe he might have hair in other places he could have used it at. I don't know.
Could be grooming down there. You don't know.
You can use it wherever you want.
Hey,
no questions asked.
Takes you right. But I love this comb, and Mindy's cat loves this comb.
She does. She
Yeah.
was just in here.
Mindy was just grooming her cat earlier with a comb on the table, with her, with your comb. So
my cat Lily, with the promoter Lily.
That's funny. All right, what else we got?
That's pretty much it.
Well, I guess you love my phrase, "Who the fuck is Tommy London?" I should tell you the backstory to that.
That goes without saying, and I have to say thank you because, as you know, I say it constantly. But I've had so much attention. So thank you all out there that they wrote to me on my Instagram. They text me. They love what I say.
Eric Martin to say
Eric Martin, I got to say it.
Yeah, thanks for that. That was cool.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I just love that phrase. And honestly, I have to thank you because if it wasn't for you, now I've got all these people like saying, Dawn, are you going to say who the fuck Tommy London is? Like, it's every day. I think it's like when I say fuck. I think that's it.
Yeah, that probably does it. But how it started was, so I've sung with Lady Gaga. I've opened for her a few times. Friends with her. I've opened for like Kiss and all these things and whatever, being on the radio, whatever it should be. And whenever someone would mention my name, people would say, who the fuck is Tommy London? Like, who the fuck's this guy singing with Lady Gaga? Who is this guy opening for Kiss? Whatever it was. So my old roommate made a joke. He goes, bro, you got to make up shirts. Who the fuck is Tommy London? Now, the original phrase came from, I can't claim it, was Keith Richards said it about Mick Jagger. Who the fuck is Mick Jagger?
Yeah.
And I always thought it was funny. My roommate would say it to me after these people would say it randomly. And so he said I should make T-shirts. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, like this one.
Like that one. So here's what's funny about that shirt is my good Jason Caddick. He was in a band called Star Killer. I was playing L.A., the Viper Room, and he surprised me and showed up wearing a Who the Fuck is Tommy London shirt that he made that is actually that shirt, same font and everything. And he jumped on stage with me and sang with me, and I was laughing my ass off the whole time looking at his shirt. When I got off the stage, all these people were asking where they could buy the shirt. So then I started making the shirts, and they were selling like hotcakes. But the funniest part about the phrase is when you're talking to someone who truly doesn't know who I am, which is probably more often than not, and when they go, who the fuck is Tommy London? Everyone fucking laughs because they don't get the joke. What's so funny? They just don't get it, but it's like a joke within the joke, And it's just hilarious. So when I do gigs, when I'm performing live, in between songs, half the audience starts yelling it out. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's great because so many people that I know now I have them saying it. And like I'm telling you, people write on my Instagram, my instant message, text me. I'm like, that's why I start my day off with who the fuck is Tommy?
Who the fuck? But yours, I like the pause you do. You do a pause. See, most people be like, who the fuck is Tommy London? You're
Yeah.
like, who the fuck?
I do it all wrong. I don't know.
I think it's great. I like the pause.
People like they'll write me and they're like, "Are you gonna say who the fuck is Tommy London tomorrow?" I'm like, "Are they serious? Ask me that." So then I go, "Who the fuck?"
Yeah. Who the fuck?
I say it Philly style. Who the fuck is Tommy London?
Yeah, I like Philly style.
I love that Philly style.
Sorry about your Eagles loss though the other night.
Yeah.
I'm like devastated, but you know we're still doing good though. We
Yeah,
gotta
I
stay-
can't argue that. I'm a Giants fan, so no offense. I kind of was happy for that.
What? We didn't hear you. What?
No.
What did he say?
I didn't hear him.
I didn't hear either.
Oh wow, you guys. Okay.
Well, it's funny because I
Muted
lived in
me.
New York for a short time, right? And I got the I used to love Jeremy Shockey, right? Shockey.
Yeah.
Well, I got the jersey, and then when I came home to Philly, they're like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" I'm like, "Why? I like my jersey. I like it. Remember, I like the Giants, and everybody hated me. They're like, you know, I go to the parties, like, you're not coming here unless you have a Eagles jersey on." I'm like, all right, whatever. So a short time, I was a Giants fan, but I'm all about Philly.
I understand. It's all good.
What's going
I
on?
get it.
Yeah, born and raised in Philly, but why not, right?
Hey, so just want to comment on all your memorabilia that I see behind you there. It's pretty cool stuff.
Look, Tommy London. No, he actually would love this because you have a memorabilia room, right?
Yeah, I'll duck down a bit. You can see I got a couple Kiss things. What else I
Can you
got?
show your Kiss boots, please? The Kiss boots.
Oh yeah, I got these Kiss boots. So I used to put together Christmas parties here in New York City, and we would all be members of Kiss. I was always Gene, so I ordered these boots off of Kiss's website.
Zoom in.
Right here.
Oh, those are cool.
Right?
You'd probably be able to walk.
I would love to wear. I would wear them. You know.
I would wear those, and no one knew it was me because it was like 10 feet tall. You know what I mean? With the,
He's got Gene Simmons' tongue.
Right?
I do.
No, that's a good thing. It's hey, ladies.
Hey, no complaints.
There's Kiss right behind you.
So we got Kiss. So I a couple years back I had an 80s party at my spot and I got this standee.
Standy
I'm
thing.
all about Kiss.
Yeah, Kiss are the best. I was on the Kiss cruise a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and you just broke Kiss.
That's all right.
Oh my God,
It's okay.
tour could be over quicker than we think. You just hurt Kiss.
You can see my Motley Crue banner now. Hey,
Yeah.
Kiss down, please. Put Kiss to the side.
Of course a Kiss falls over. Oops. Okay.
But now you can see my vintage Motley Crue banner.
Oops.
See?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I've had that since I was a kid.
Shout at the Devil.
Yep, I've had that.
Which was, by the way, that was originally supposed to be called Shout with the Devil.
Yes.
And the record label didn't want them calling it that. I think they would have sold more records if they said Shout with the Devil, in my opinion.
Right?
Yes.
What happened to Standy? The $500 Standy fell. There he is.
Wow, Kiss won't stand anymore. They don't even drink. Well, at least Gene and Paul don't.
Really?
But I got this thing from the cruise. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, it's a globe. I love
Snow
them.
globe.
It's so cute, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, and what's crazy about this globe is that they gave it to us on the cruise, and when I was going through the airport, a lot of people couldn't get through with the globe.
Mhm.
They wouldn't let you take it on the plane. So I hid it in the suitcase so I could get it out. Because there was no way I was leaving the Kiss cruise without my Kiss snow globe.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
He's all about Kiss. What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, tell us about the Kiss cruise. So when you're on the Kiss cruise, you got to sing with Warrant.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, Eric Turner of Warren. I'm friends with him. He's an awesome guy. Whole band's actually great. And Eric texted me that day, and he was like, "Hey, you want to sing Cherry Pie with us?" And I was like, "I'm in, man." So I got myself. I was all like drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. I'm like, what? Oh shit! I gotta get my shit together. Ran upstairs, and yeah, then he had me sing with him, and that was a lot of fun.
And he sang Cherry Pie, right?
Yeah. Yep, Cherry Pie.
Of course.
That was cool.
That's our song.
That's their closer. Yeah, they closed it. They closed with it. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. Those guys are great. Saw Lita Ford on there. Dockin.
Oh, we know all about Dockin. So Mindy and I last year met. What?
Not about Don Dockin.
Oh yeah, that's we can't really say on the air, but we met Don Dockin and we stayed at the hotel with him. And that's all I'm going to say. He's a funny guy.
Oh, Don Dockin?
Yeah.
He's pretty witty for his age.
He's pretty wild too for his age.
Witty.
And we're just gonna leave it at that.
he says a lot of provocative stories from back in the 80s. Like he's
Oh really?
Yeah, he's tells them like as they happen.
My
like,
sister came, she's
just,
very
he was
shy.
sitting there with us and just was talking, and we were just like,
We're like,
really? Uh-huh.
And my sister, who's very shy, my sister's like the polar opposite. Sammy, she's polar. You'll meet her in New York when we go to one of your shows. But anyway, she's like so shy, and Don Dockin was like, too powerful for her. I'm like, and I was like, really? And he's so funny, but so we stayed at the same hotel. We're all hanging out, and you can just imagine what went through his mind. Wow, it's crazy.
It was for that Live United Live concert that they did last June.
Yes, Steve.
Right.
Steve Prestop was MCing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you who was great on the cruise as well. LA Guns, and they performed 2 shows electric. But the one that really stood out to me, which was great, was they did an acoustic show, which was awesome. And I told them, I said, you guys need to do more of these. People were shouting out songs, and they would just play them on a whim. And I was hanging out with Tracy Guns a lot. He's an awesome guy.
I love LA Guns. So it was Phil Lewis and Tracy Guns.
Yeah, Phil. It was Phil too. I didn't really hang out with Phil as much. I was hanging out with Tracy, but and he's such a great dude. He really was. It was a lot of fun. They're going to do the Kiss Cruise again in 2024. And a lot of people are like, wait, I thought this was the final Kiss Cruise. Well, it is, with them playing with makeup on. So in 2024, they're going to do it again, but no makeup. They're going to do like the Soul Station Band, Gene Simmons solo. I'm sure they'll jam together without the makeup, which would be cool.
Well, I hope LA Guns jumps back on M3 Rock Festival, because it's been a couple of years. So I hope that.
Yeah, maybe so this year. Yeah. Switch it up.
And we also hope that you host M3, because
me too.
You gotta
I hope so too, man. I had the best time, and the weather was so shitty last year. The bands were great, but the weather was just cold and rainy and damp.
Well, we'll be there.
So you'll bring the sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
I need you girls to bring the sunshine next year.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna bring all the sunshine.
The sunshine
whatever
and our
microphone. Whatever you need, we'll bring. Oh, our microphones.
And your microphones.
People love it. Like when we go out, they'll be like, "Where's the microphone?" Like when we went to Keswick, I brought my microphone. I whipped it out of my bag, and I showed Eric Martin. He's like,
he grabbed it.
He's like, "Let's go, Dawn." So we went back and we did like 9 takes of. Who the fuck is Tommy London was a couple of takes.
And the promo for us.
He did the promo for us, and then he kept going with it. He wouldn't give me my mic back. I'm like,
I guess he couldn't get enough of that microphone, man.
Right?
He couldn't get enough of the microphone.
I have a new one now. It's black and white.
Ooh, when are you going to break that out?
Yeah. Where's my microphone?
I don't know.
We're going to be doing TikTok after this, so stay tuned. You would not believe how many people love our TikToks.
I believe it.
We've gotten a lot of, we've got a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of people interested in that. TikTok. All right. So what else do you want to say to stop Tommy London before we end our show now?
Oh, do we have any final questions? Oh, no, because he kind of said, where can listeners find you online? That was the last question.
Tell us. You're on a lot of plateaus of social media. Tell everybody where you are.
Well, we said it in the beginning, but
well, of course, I'm on all the social media. Instagram is always the fave, I guess. Official Tommy London, or Twitter, Tommy London. Mm-hmm. I'm on every night on Hair Nation. It's weekend afternoons on Ozzy's Boneyard, and Saturday nights on Classic Rewind. You can find my music online if you search Tommy London. And what else? I guess that's it. I don't know. Whatever. Just search my name. You'll see all the shit I got going on.
Like I said, I told Mindy, you are the hardest worker. You're always busy. God bless you. I mean, I enjoy all of your stuff, but so when you get your solo, your music, we like to come see you.
Yeah, we love that. So I'm working on stuff for the new year. I got some other cool stuff in the works musically. I don't want to say yet, because if it doesn't happen, that's even bigger than me just playing the shows I'm putting together. But my record, so I should say that I have an album called Emotional Fuse. Now the singles I have online, about 3 or 4 singles I put out online, are on my upcoming solo record, and I haven't. The album was supposed to be released right before the pandemic, and then that hit, so I pulled it back, and so I'm going to drop that in the new year. It'll be released finally.
Now let me ask Mindy a question. Does his voice sound exactly how you heard on the Hair Nation in the car? He's the same, right? He's the same voice.
Yeah.
His voice is the same.
Mhm.
I met him in person, so the voice is the exact same as a radio as it is in person, right?
Yeah.
Should I change it? What should I change it up on the radio? Should I be like, Casey Kasem or something? This is Bon Jovi. I mean, that's a bad Casey Kasem, I think. But.
No. People like you met Tommy Lemon, like his voice is the exact same as it is. You have a very captivating voice. So Mindy and I were driving in the car to one of our shows, remember? And Mindy's like this guy. So that's how we know you, from your voice. All about your voice.
Yeah, you have a great radio voice.
Oh, thank you. I've had some other listeners tell me the opposite. One guy wrote me saying that I sounded like I was 17 years old. Huh? Some guy wrote me saying that I sounded like I was 17 years old. And, I told him that's because I'm young at heart, and that I'll take that any day of the week.
You are very young at heart. And you know what? On that note, I want to thank you for coming on. He's just a fun guy. You're so nice. We love you. And I
love you girls too. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Anytime, you're welcome on. I can't thank you enough. I know you're a busy guy, super busy. He's always doing something. His hand is dipping everything. So
right after this, I'll be on Hair Nation. So come tune in over there.
Put it on, actually. We're gonna put Hair Nation on after this. It's all about Hair Nation, Ozzy's Boneyard, and Classic Rewind.
Yes.
So sign up to that Sirius XM radio and check out Tommy London. We love you, and you are the best. And thank you so much for coming on. And on that note, who the fuck is Tommy London?
Yeah, I love you girls too. Thanks so much for having me. This is awesome. I would love to do it again.
Peace.
Peace.
How about the memo?
Is he so nice?
Thanks for coming on, Tommy.
Anytime. Thanks for having me, girls.
You're welcome.
Finish up your alcohol. We'll talk soon. Bye.